episode 109 of the One Take Podcast, Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness edition. We did it, guys. We can end. We're just done.
We're done.
There's the movie we're all waiting for.
We got
Everybody was talking about it. Yeah, we did it. I just want to say R.I.P. to Young Thug. He didn't do nothing. He's just going to jail.
big
Thug.
jail.
Please, bro. Free that man.
Hey, bro. Honestly, it sounds like he might be at where he need to be at. Like, if we be,
They lying on my son. Don't believe the
if
lies
he
of
did what they
themselves.
said he did, he might be all right where he at. Low key.
do that.
AK, all of
do
them.
that.
They good where they at.
Hey,
Hey, hold on, man. Nah, you ain't have to bring my boy TK into this, man.
Yeah, he good where he at, bro. I'm sorry. Like, he was out here wilding. Young man cannot be amongst the public. I'm sorry.
Said, Tej, you are a lawyer. Go defend him.
I wish I could. Young Thug, my thoughts are with you, brother. My thoughts are with you.
What's that? T's and P's.
Oh, man. We are joined by Rascal F. Kennedy, as we normally are, to talk about. Hadn't been a minute, but as we normally are, to talk about Marvel movies and the like.
Here.
Let's get right into it, man. How you been, first of all, and second of all, what did you think of Doctor Strange? Actually, I'm sorry. First of all, how have you been? Let me do the podcast thing where I pull up actually what we're supposed to be talking about, and I will read the synopsis of this. But first, how have you been?
Thank you. I've been good, bro. Just working. Reviewing some TV shows. It's been a long time since I've actually sat down and reviewed a movie, whether it's been a podcast or, on media. So I'm actually excited to get into this. But I've been wonderful. I hope you guys have been great. Tej,
Absolutely.
you need to unlock your Twitter.
He does. That's like every reply under your Twitter is like, or you and Mr. Blah's Twitter is like, reply, unlock this so I can quote.
I've seen the life, man. It's so much better on the inside. It's so much better that way. Oh.
Yeah, I might have to go private one of these days. Damn it.
No, you're addicted to it, man.
Yeah,
You're addicted to the Discord.
I always say I might go private. No, I'm not doing it, bro.
Hell no.
I live for the retweets. I live for the quote tweets.
I don't.
Nice serotonin.
That's my least favorite part. That's why private is the way to go. I just want to talk to y'all. I don't want to talk to nobody else.
Since we last spoke, I had my Twitter account hacked because I'm a big dumb idiot.
That boy got fished.
Yeah, I got catfished.
He did indeed get catfished.
Man, I'll have to explain that a little bit later. But let's talk about Doctor Strange first. That's what the people want to hear about. Not me being a big fucking idiot. Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness came out just a few days ago. 7.5 on IMDb. Number one rated overall popularity-wise on that website. 61 Metascore. Dr. Stephen Strange casts a forbidden spell that opens the doorway to the multiverse, including alternate versions of himself, whose threat to humanity is too great for the combined forces of Strange, Wong, and Wanda Maximoff, which this synopsis doesn't do. Wanda is bad. Let's just start there.
Wanda's bad. I'm tired of hearing
spoiled.
about people trying to justify Wanda. I'm about to fry Wanda. We'll get on that. But yeah.
Directed by Sam Raimi, returning to the big screen for the first time since 2013. $10 if you can name the last movie he directed.
Spider-Man 3.
Nope.
Drag me to hell.
Evil Dead. Oh no, yeah, Drag Me to Hell.
Evil Dead 2.
Nope. Not Doctor Strange.
Oz the Great
and Powerful. Dr.
You know
Oz
what?
the Great and Powerful.
Oh, I was not going to get that.
Yeah, I wasn't either. Damn.
Such a weird career from Sam Raimi, but it's directed by him. They threw the big bucks at him to try and piece this movie together after Scott Derrickson left.
I don't know who that is, so Sam Raimi was worth every penny.
You don't know who Scott? Oh, you don't watch horror movies. That's why.
Sure don't. Fuck him. Get him out of here. Sam Raimi Hive. Let's go.
Sure don't.
Scott Derrickson.
It's the same thing.
Scott Derrickson
Sure
directed. He directed the first one, but he's also known for doing horror movies, which we can talk about, which is what he wanted to do with this one.
And Sam Raimi actually did it. Let's go.
The first Doctor Strange is the mid-pack, so we upgraded.
We can talk about that too. I don't agree with you, but let's continue.
I can't remember shit from the first Doctor Strange, to be honest with you.
Exactly.
From the first Doctor Strange, to be honest with you.
Exactly.
Dormammu, I've come to bargain. Come on, man.
That's all I remember from it. That's all.
Oh yeah, he like fought dude like 87 times before he was just like, man,
He
fuck,
put him in
all
a
right.
time loop.
Okay. Ugh.
The end of the movie was Dormammu saying, "Here, nigga, dad." That was the end of the movie. That was the end of the film. The film ended that way.
This was written by Michael Waldron, who was also kind of brought on late in the process. Michael Waldron, he was basically hired off of Loki. He was the showrunner for Loki. We can talk about his writing ability in this, but Doctor Strange, as always, played by Benedict Cumberbatch, Benedict Pumpernickel, whatever you want to call him. Elizabeth Olsen plays Wanda Maximoff. Chiwetel Ejiofor is back. That's not a spoiler. He's in the trailer. Benedict Wong actually has something to do in this movie. Xochitl Gomez as America Chavez. And Rachel McAdams is back as Dr. Christine Palmer.
Still
a thing that I guess that people were asking for.
I didn't know I needed it. Marvel knew I needed
it. Specifically for Dex, this was made.
Well, she had nothing to do in the first film, and so it's glad that she got something to do in this film because she had nothing to do in the first film.
Yeah, this movie has made like $425 million worldwide already.
Jesus,
woo!
That's a lot of money.
Yeah, 187 million on its opening weekend, which not just good for box office, like not just good for pandemic numbers. That's good for like all the time. That's like the 11th highest gross domestic opening of all time.
It had like the 6th highest Thursday previews or something like that. Yeah. I don't remember what the exact number was, like, but it was crazy, like 60 mil on just Thursday.
Yeah, compared to like what Batman you said was like 21 million.
Yeah, Batman was like 21. I think like, to get like up above that, you're talking like Spider-Man, Avengers, Star Wars, like big project. So
Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness on Rotten Tomatoes, take this for what it's worth. We kind of use these reviews as a barometer, as a gauge, but for what people think. 75% from critics, 87% from audience. Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness labors under the weight of the sprawling MCU, but Sam Raimi's distinctive direction cast an entertaining spell. That is from Rotten Tomatoes. Rascal, do the honors. Give it a review. Give it a letter grade. Let's try not to spoil it here because I know a few people still haven't seen it, even though it's made the most money in the world. We'll get into spoilers.
Back half, but let's no spoilers for now.
All right. I mean, I enjoyed it very much. Me and Dex saw it the Wednesday before it came out on Thursday, and visually, that movie was amazing. That movie was amazing visually. Like Sam Raimi really brought Sam Raimi to Doctor Strange. Like it was a horror movie. Wanda was Jason Voorhees, Freddy Krueger, whatever you want to call it. She was a very, very, very great villain. Like she was a fire villain. She might be one of the best MCU villains for that. Like, man, it was crazy. But anyways, my problems with it were the writing. I feel like Marvel kind of does this thing, or maybe it's Michael Waldron just himself, where it's like certain situations they try to like throw a joke in to make like a high intense situation more lighthearted, and in a Doctor Strange movie like that shit's whack, man. I'm sorry. But I mean, overall, I enjoyed it. I have one giant problem, and it's just because I'm a comic book nerd, and that is America Chavez. I don't have any slight with the actress. Gomez did amazing. She did what she had to do. But come on, man. If you're going to do something like that, make her an Afro-Latina. Make her Puerto Rican. Give me that, at least. I don't care if she's a minor, small character. Just give me that. That's all I ask.
She's not going to be.
Nope. Oh, yeah, no, hell no. She's going to be important going forward.
Yeah.
What was your grade?
Yeah, what was your grade?
Oh, yeah, grade. A minus, B plus.
Okay. Tej, what did you think? You just saw it again today, so it's fresh on your mind.
I saw it again yesterday. It's very fresh on my mind. Yeah. I will say I enjoyed it better the first time, where I was just kind of in awe of it. It looks great, which is crazy because you could easily see what parts of the movie were existed before they brought in Raimi and what parts they let Raimi do his thing. You could clearly see the delineation. I still thought it looked phenomenal. And I don't want to like be the second time I watched it, I enjoyed it, but not as much because I have a really big issue with the Wanda character. I'm not sure that I'm convinced that the Wanda character that we knew, even through WandaVision, would do this. But I also had a great time watching her drop 35 a quarter. Like she was going crazy. Like she put up numbers that would make Thanos blush in this film.
Yes.
No spoilers, but like the stats on the board, she went full Will Chamberlain in this movie, and it was extremely fun to watch. But like Rascal was saying, with the writing, I kind of had some issues of how we got there, how we got to the point where she was going to make the decision that she was making. The first time I was just along for the ride, I didn't really think about it. And the second time I was like, oh, so we have a woman. This is not a spoiler. This is kind of flows from WandaVision, but basically because she wants these kids that don't really exist, she is going to basically stop at nothing and spare no cost to get to a universe where these kids exist. And some of the rationale was like, oh shit, like we're basically hand waving, like this woman has all these emotions and she can't control them, and all these men are going to try to control this woman's emotions. And it just like, once I saw it in that light, I couldn't unsee it in that light, but it still was a great time at the movies. They pieced this movie together, literally new director, some of the writers were gone, they're putting this together, and this is the movie that Marvel can make when they're having production hell. It is over for the other studios. DC is done. It like they made this. They played game 7 of the finals with a hurt leg and a hurt arm, and she still dropped 47 in the fourth quarter. Like, I had a great time at the movies. It was a flu game. Like,
it was a flu game against Scott Foster, and they still won.
And like, I didn't even feel the I didn't see the strings of the movie the first time I watched it. I was just in awe of it. The second time, you can really see the strings of how things were changed. Obviously, this was supposed to come out before Spider-Man No Way Home, but Sony said, fuck you, we about to make our own.
Not on our watch.
No Way Home. The America Chavez character was supposed to appear in Spider-Man No Way Home, which makes so much more sense just in how they set up the travels, but they had to regroup because Spider-Man No Way Home came out first. You could kind of see that the second time, but I still really enjoyed it. I came out with a B+. I can't wait to watch it again. It's not in my top tier. It's probably in the same tier for me as like Shang-Chi, which is incredible for 2 acts. And then the last act of Shang-Chi is kind of, I don't think I ever watched the last act of that movie again. But the first 2 acts are so beautiful and so great. This was kind of similar, although I don't have an issue with it in terms of acts, just the wind up of how we got there. But I will give them credit in saying, like I said before, I'm not a big Doctor Strange 1 person. I don't hate it, but I don't love it either. I don't ever revisit Doctor Strange 1. So them being able to make a Doctor Strange movie, which is 10 times more enjoyable than the first Doctor Strange movie, is just phenomenal. And they really let Sam Raimi do Sam Raimi shit, which is my most important thing because I love Sam Raimi. This is a real horror movie. There are actual jump scares in this movie. Like, there are moments that are really, really terrifying. There were kids in the first showing I went to, there were kids that were literally screaming when they showed Wanda in the picture and she started looking. Like, you could see that, like, there were kids that were screaming. Like, that's the kind of shit I went to the movies for. I'll give it a B+. I had a great time.
You made one big mistake in your review, and you called this a Doctor Strange movie.
That's true. It's really not.
It's not. It's not really. Doctor Strange is also there. I mean, it is because like you weren't going to be able to like WandaVision carried one of the biggest shows on TV, so that may be disingenuous of me to say, but like this was always going to be a Doctor Strange movie, but it is like in name only. So, you know, I don't know if you call this Wanda, the Scarlett Witch in the Multiverse of Madness, if this carries the same weight for the layman, but I don't know. I think selling it as Doctor Strange is kind of interesting. Dex, go ahead, man. You love this movie.
Yeah, I love this movie. I've read a lot of the discourse about this movie, and all of it is so stupid that it feels like people are lying. Like genuinely, you know, obviously you like what you like, you enjoy what you enjoy. You don't have to like all these movies, whatever. Like, but the dialogue that's been happening about this movie, like, oh, it's not fair that people have to watch WandaVision to understand this movie. Man, fuck off. Like you feel like you're full of shit to me. Or, oh, the MCU clearly doesn't have a plan. Fuck up. Like, yeah, they do. Get the fuck out of here.
They absolutely do have a plan.
Like, just because you can't see it doesn't mean there's not a fucking get out of here. Pay more attention. But yeah, I actually talking about the movie now. I really enjoyed this. I saw it twice. I saw it Wednesday night at that premiere with Rascal, and then I saw it again on Saturday or maybe Friday. I don't remember, but I've seen it twice, and I enjoyed it a hell of a lot both times. Wanda, I feel like her heel turn was amazing. It's something we haven't really seen in the MCU, like having a character actually turn heel for like an entire movie. We've had, Civil War where it was like, ooh, which one's good, which one's bad, but
Cap was good.
But yeah, Doctor Strange too. It was just like, nah, Wanda's bad. Wanda's out here just fucking murking people, and that's what we're doing now. And I appreciate
that. Civil War was based on like an ideology, like whose ideology was right. This was like,
are you a libertarian or? But this one is just literally like, nah, Wanda's like fucking people up, like for real. Like, ain't nobody safe. Do not come out the house. It's not safe outside. Like,
or even if you're in the house, we can just go.
Yeah, you could be in the house in another universe. I'm pulling up still. Like,
you're dead.
You're dead. But yeah, like all the horror movie elements, like we've been talking about. Her, like, this is not a spoiler, I don't think. There's a scene where she's like just popping out of reflections and shit. Like, there's scenes where she's literally just following them like a slasher villain. Like hunching over and everything, just like slowly stalking them as a slasher villain, which is just fucking incredible. And I love that. The Doctor Strange stuff, like, yeah, he has a little bit of a character arc. He like has to realize, just because every other Doctor Strange is shitty doesn't mean you have to be shitty. It's a great lesson about the multiverse and being yourself or whatever, which like is cool. But for me, obviously the best part of the movie was Wanda. The downside of the movie is definitely the script. I feel like they gave Wanda a lot of bars in this movie. Like some of her lines were dope as hell, and then Doctor Strange would say something, and you'd be like, "That's what you got, bro? Like that's your comeback right now." Like, or there'd be like some like super serious, like supposed to be super serious, like really motivational, aspirational quote. And it's like, damn, dog, you ain't got it like Chris Evans got it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not moved. Like, it's like, and part of that is on Cumberbatch, and most of it is on just the lines themselves being just bad. So yeah, that's the only thing for me keeping this movie from being like one of the top MCU movies. Everything else I really fucking enjoyed. Like the scene transitions are very Sam Raimi and horror-esque, where it's like, Wong like fading into the scene. There's like these other like two characters are done talking, and it's like really cool. Or, switching back and forth between Wanda and Strange in like a really cool way. I like the music. Some people hate Danny Elfman. Shout out to Tony. I know you're listening, but I like the music. Yeah, man, this is an A for me. I like this movie a lot. Not an A+ because the script is kind of shitty in some places, but it's an A for me.
I've kind of waffled back and forth on this. I mean, like I've always said on this podcast that like my grades are pretty simple. If like you're entertaining, we start at a B and then fluctuate from there. Like at the very least, this movie was entertaining, not like The Eternals, which was just boring. Just a boring movie.
Hey, relax.
I mean,
yeah, don't do that.
It is a boring movie.
Some people would say all of the Chloe Zhao movies are boring, but some other people.
Wow. Okay.
Academy Award winner Chloe Zhao to you.
Hey man, I don't know nothing about that. All I know is whether I was bored or not.
I thought some parts of this movie were bad, like bad, not good, and I thought, but it rebounded to become something that was massively entertaining and definitely worth your time at the theater.
Are you about to shit on child actors? Is that this part? Are you about to
No.
shit on child actors?
Well,
right
I can.
Yes, you are. Yes, you are. You were going through it.
They were terrible. Awful. They were so bad. They were some of the. I haven't seen that in a long
children.
time.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that's fine.
Royden is right, by the way. I
God.
realized they were bad the first time I watched it, but after I heard Royden say that, the second time I was like, "Oh my god, these kids are stinking it up,
bro!" That ice cream song, I was like,
"Ice cream song was trash."
Get the
They
fuck
were
out of
stinking
here.
it up.
What if she was like, I just need you to go back and do that one more time. Come back with some better material. We're gonna rerun this.
You finally get to meet your kids after all this time, and they give you that trash ass song. I'd have been like, you know what? Never mind. I'll just find a
Like,
hobby or
bro,
something
I am
like-
the most powerful witch in all of the universe, and I just made you out of magic, and you can't sing.
You're singing to me about ice cream.
This is what you got, bro. You ain't
You
got no
want
kind of
ice
talent.
cream for you, 2 ice cream, and I was
Those
just
kids
like,
fucking
what
stink.
is this?
Those kids stink. I'm sorry,
Like,
casting. What were we doing
ooh.
with those kids?
Y'all going
Like,
to the dark hole. I'm sorry. Like, think about what you've done.
Y'all going to the dark hole.
I mean, they're kids, so like, they're kids, but man, they like we've seen a run of really great child actors in bigger roles here lately.
Facts.
They were not good, but that's
And they
not
weren't
why.
even bad in WandaVision. Like, they were fine. Like,
Were they the same kids?
Yeah.
They were, those are the same kids.
Okay. Yeah, that was weird. It was just a weird. I don't know.
They didn't have to
Weird.
sing
They
in WandaVision.
They had
They
Sam
they had
Raimi
to sing
standing
now.
over their ass with the Evil Dead Muppets and shit.
They got stage fright. I don't want to shit on too many kids. Like that's not what I came on there to do. I was going to say that the parts of this movie that are kind of bad, like about the first 30 minutes of this movie are not good. The some of the CGI monsters and stuff in the very first beginning of this movie aren't good, including the octopus thing. Just it was an interesting, fun fight, but it's just not good. That's like old Doctor Strange, and then we came into what this movie was going to be. So yeah, like it feels like, oh, we had this whole part written, Sam.
Yeah.
Like we're not gonna rewrite that, Michael. You can't. No notes. You can't rewrite that.
We already paid for them to make these CGI creatures, so you got to use them. So we toss them in there.
And I think he came in late into the process but he like storyboards all of his movies and draws everything out. But he came in late into that process, I think, too, if I'm not mistaken. But he still was able to. He was the only one that directed this movie. Like Scott Derrickson didn't direct anything. So, but it just feels like some of this stuff was already planned ahead before he got there. And so, like the first 30 minutes of this movie were really weird and heavy CGI, and just it wasn't really done very well. And then this is a slight spoiler alert, but you see it in the trailers. Some of it, her attack on like Karmatage or whatever, the interplay, and this is where the script comes in. The interplay between her and Strange there was just very bad. That was so like the first 30 minutes until she gets trapped in whatever diamond in whatever mirror realm is I think is actually very, very bad. And then it redeems itself in like an epic way. So, and I can't go into more without spoiling it, but it was entertaining. The last 30 minutes of this, or not 30 minutes, the last like hour of this flies by. The script wasn't good. Tej, you said you had the crazy woman problem the emotional woman problem. I've seen people talk about that. Take that or leave it, I guess. I mean, it does kind of feel like that sometimes, but she gets to redeem herself in this by being a complete badass. So it goes, like I don't know how to react to that.
I mean, like somebody got to be the villain. They can't be rational. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But I think it has to do. I think the argument has to do with
Avenger
her
that's
kids.
the villain, though.
Yeah, I think the argument has to do with like, oh, it's because it's her kids. You know what I mean? So it's like only women care about getting to their kids is the argument that people have.
It goes to the script though. Like they're hand waving stuff. They're saying this person who was an Avenger, i.e., they were good, is making these bad decisions partially because she's been corrupted by this book, The Darkhold. Okay, cool. That makes perfect sense. Then this is a small spoiler, the Darkhold goes away. It's been destroyed. So it's like, okay, cool. Now this is just Wanda that we know. And she doesn't even stop for a second to reconsider the plan. She's like, fuck that. We are finding a way to do this shit. And it's like, we just keep rolling with the movie. I found that so weird. It's like, is our Wanda making this decision and the little book is just the way that she's accomplishing it? Or is the little book like corrupting her to the point where she's making decisions that she wouldn't make? I don't think it ever decides on it. I think the movie kind of takes both sides depending on what scene that we're in. And it really shines. The second time I saw it, I was like, I'm very confused about where the motivation is coming from. I found that to be weird. I couldn't get over it the second time. But the first time, I didn't really notice it.
After Royden finishes, I want to touch on what Tej just said. But
I'll wrap up. There is a part of me when I left this movie, almost even though what happens in the movie happens, and it has a lot of implications for the rest of the MCU, there is part of me that was like a little, and y'all are going to hate me, I was a little underwhelmed by some of this stuff because we just got out of one of the craziest multiverse movies ever in Everything Everywhere All at Once. And this obviously it's a completely different film, but they went to like 17 different universes and spent time in those universes and did everything. You go to like 2 universes in this movie, and the coolest part of the movie is when they show them jumping through the universes. That 10-second stretch.
That was super dope.
The coolest thing I've ever seen on film. That was so cool. And we do that once. And so it just felt weird to me that we didn't spend a little bit more time universe hopping, even if it was like 5 minutes here, and then we go like 5 minutes here, and then 5 minutes here. Like, and I know we set up these bigger set pieces in these larger worlds, but like, yeah, I would have liked just a little bit more of a taste there. And this movie's kind of short. It's like 2 hours long.
I would have hated that, to be honest with you.
I wouldn't.
I would have loved that. I would have loved to hop around some more universes.
Yeah, and because they show like the concepts of them, they give you a little bit of a treat of what these universes are, but then like you don't get to do it. You just go to other universes that are basically the same as the one that they in
it's like this is New York City, but this time there's flowers. And it was like, oh, okay. I thought we could do a little bit better than that, but okay, I guess that's what we're doing.
Yeah, I mean, I get the argument for making like the universe that they're in like weirder. Like, okay, I can buy that, but like just hopping around universes just like for the sake of hopping around, we got character work to do. You know what I'm saying? Like,
do the character work in there because they only did a little bit of character work. Like you saw her lesbian, you saw her lesbian mothers, and then you went to the next scene. Like that was the thing. And like I feel like it was also just sidebar, grow up, people who are talking about this being the first gay character in Marvel, like just and not in like throwing a fit about that. And it's a super specific person on Twitter that is doing it. But grow up.
The same dudes that ruined Star Wars 9, and I'll never forgive you, neckbeards. Fuck you guys.
Grow up.
We just had a gay character in Eternals.
That's also true. We literally had one in Eternals, but I wouldn't judge anyone for not watching Eternals, not because there's a gay character, but because it's boring.
Yeah. So overall, sorry, I'm rambling, but I give this movie a B. I was kind of turned off by some of the dialogue. Some of the effects, it redeems itself, but some of the effects don't look as great as I feel like I've come to notice from Marvel films, and especially even the first one of these. Like they kind of look like the effects from 2014. Like the effects in 2014 almost look on par or the same with this.
That first scene is a tough watch, man. It does not look great. I like that we started in media race, but I was like, man, that doesn't look that great.
That spaghetti monster thing does not look good.
That shit was dope. He plucked the eyeball out. I was like, "Hey, yo!"
No, not the
first monster.
The first monster.
The mummy one.
The
fucking mummy-looking one.
Yeah. And then my final thing is, Dex, you said like, oh well, they don't have a plan. I never said that they didn't have a plan. Like people have said that on Twitter and like gone on to be like, oh well, what are we doing? Like where are we going? I kind of left this being like not that, but more just kind of.
When are we getting X-Men? That's your question.
No, I don't give a fuck about the X-Men. I don't care. But
hey, you watch
that. What are you doing? Why are you talking like that?
I want the X-Men when they get here. They get here. I've seen 4 X-Men movies. Like when they get
half
here,
those are bad. So
when they get here, they get here. Is what I'm saying. I was saying half.
I'm trying to give them some leeway.
Yeah, no. I was saying that I am more or less like exhausted by the marathon that we're on currently with Marvel. In the first phase of the MCU, there were 6 movies, and you got the Avengers. In the next phase, yeah, I understand that we had like 11 things, and then we got the Infinity War saga and everything. And I'm not saying we got to build up to where, but I'm confused as to where we're kind of going, because we've now, with the TV shows, and like 3 of those have not been good, including Moon Knight, which is a stinker, by the way. I don't care.
That shit stinks.
That is a stinker,
stinks, bros. That shit is
I am kind of exhausted, and maybe this is just me. I'm kind of just like, all right, I need something to come together here, because I'm not seeing the forest through the trees currently. And it's because I'm not a.
They will stick the landing.
I have no doubt that they'll stick the landing. I'm just like, with the Disney, this is gonna sound stupid, with the Disneyfication of everything, where now we have to have these series on Disney Plus to like sell product and do everything. And this is how we're gonna introduce new characters, not movies. Where I'm just like, ooh, this is starting to feel like homework to me. This is starting to feel like a lot of homework. But I get it if you don't feel that way, but that's just kind of how I'm like, ooh, another series? All right, let's watch Moon Knight. And then it kind of stinks. And you're just like, yay, all right. That's how I feel.
All right, let's go to Rascal.
Oh, so yeah, to touch on what Teach said about the Darkhold. So whenever the Darkhold gets destroyed, kind of like whenever Strange... Ooh, that's a spoiler. All right, give a spoiler warning before we go any further.
Spoiler warning, everybody.
Reviews. That was all of our reviews.
Yeah. Go watch the movie.
Now we spoiling. Anyway. If you haven't seen this movie, log off. But if you have seen this movie, keep listening or stay logged on. Let's do it. All right, go ahead.
So at the end of the movie, like Strange had my man's got the third eye. He's about to go, fucking Supreme Doctor Strange and shit. So the Darkhold basically in the MCU, no matter of it being destroyed, it looks like once it's binded with you, the spirits and the shit that's inside of the Darkhold, it takes full control. So you're yourself, but Wanda's motivation was the kids, and then the Darkhold having a hold of her, she was just finna go fucking crazy. So I feel like that
it extracts a heavy toll.
Where that's where we
they
get
did say that like 5 times.
That's where we get that, her, because I mean, up until that point, whenever it got destroyed and she went to the mountain, she was crazy, but she wasn't crazy yet. Once she got to that mountain and she started dreamwalking and shit,
she was like, "Oh, that bitch."
Like she was like, and I mean, like, I go back all the way back to whenever Agatha Harkness was talking to her and told her she was the Scarlet Witch, and she got a hold of the Darkhold. Like, she's not been Wanda since she was held under the house. Like, from that moment on, whenever she got introduced to the Darkhold, any rationale that we had with Wanda, it was gone out the window. That's why, like, all these people like Wanda did this, Wanda did that, Wanda had her reasons. Fuck no, she didn't. She was just, bro, she got corrupted. It is what it is. Just like I'm sure Thanos, before Thanos, went ape shit and decided he was gonna kill half of the universe, my man's probably had a good plan. He probably thought he was doing the right thing, and then
my man was a little purple kid just sitting there, just counting people like, hey, bro, we ain't got enough apples for this shit, bro.
Too many.
Ain't enough stock out here.
You get corrupted.
The harvest is not booming like this. Y'all got to stop, bro. Like, some people got to go.
And I got, but as far as whenever we get to talking about the end of the movie, though, I have a weird theory, but it's a theory nonetheless.
Well, we can go through it. Tej, you're right. It does start in media res. They start in the middle of a chase scene in the middle of this movie.
Great idea. It just looks horrible.
Yeah, I did like that. How they were like,
I low key
"Hey,
think
it's Doctor Strange. She looks weird. Like, get ready, multiverse. Let's go."
that might have been supposed to. I'm spitballing here. Maybe that was supposed to be how Spider-Man ended with an end credit scene of America Chavez hopping universes and bumping into Defender Strange, and then we get that scene.
Oh.
Well, it was supposed to. The original movie, they didn't film it, so obviously, like, it didn't. The original movie was supposed to have America Chavez be in, and like that's how you get the other Spider-Man in. Not that Strange catches the spell or whatever. It's that she comes in and breaks it. And what I've heard is what they replaced it with is Ned doing the sling ring thing. So he's basically become the stand-in for what that was supposed to be, even though they were already in the universe after. We're getting into the weeds, but after they were already in the universe due to the Strange spell breaking apart. It makes a little bit more sense continuity-wise to me, and Tej, you agreed. If she's in it, I don't know how they fit them in that huge movie. But, it doesn't hurt this movie, doesn't take away from this movie. Yeah. It doesn't hurt that movie, obviously. But, it is kind of weird that all of a sudden it's like, all right, new character. You're just like, okay.
You see her from the first second, just like, oh, there's a new girl. She has a jacket on that looks cool. No idea who that is.
I would much rather have that be in Doctor Strange than in my, Spider-Man's like nostalgia.
Hashtag not my Spider-Man's.
Yeah, like America Chavez, love you, happy to have you. Don't come do this right now. We're here for Toby and Andrew Garfield. Get out of here.
I'm with Rascal. I thought she did a phenomenal job because the only thing that she really has to show us is that, hey, I can riff with the other MCU characters. And I thought she did that. I thought the writing for her stuff was perfectly fine. Yeah. And I'm like, oh, now I'm really into the Young Avengers because the new Hawkeye is fucking awesome. America Chavez is fucking awesome. I don't like that it's going to include those two douchey kids from WandaVision. I don't necessarily love them, but, I'm into Young Avengers now. I'm in. Sign me up.
They're in it?
Yeah, they're going to be in it eventually.
And the little black kid from Falcon and the Winter Soldier, the Falcon show.
My son, let's go.
He's going to be in there, but he was good. But these two kids from WandaVision, man, I just don't know about them. It seems like they got the weak links on defense, bro.
Hey, we can leave them in their little universe, you know what I'm saying? And we can snatch up some like older, better kids.
I ain't trying to hear that damn ice cream song.
Yeah, bro. Keep that to yourself. Keep that in Universe 818 or whatever they do that at. We good over here, bro.
Yeah, I thought Jojo Gomez she was perfectly fine for not being in something as big as this. Like, she was perfectly fine. I wish we had a little bit more character development on her side, other than they're chasing her and then it's like, oh, why are they? Sometimes you don't need that much character development. Like, you can leave it behind, and we talk about the perfect balance of it a lot. Sometimes I wish there was more. I kind of wish there was more here. It doesn't take away that much from the movie. That it's like, oh, why does she have this power? Oh, it's because she's scared. And it that's all you kind of need to know.
It seems like she's going to be really important going forward if she has this power, and we've been opening the multiverse slowly. It's like she's going to play a really important role. So I'm sure we'll get to learn much more about her in the future. And I thought it was a perfectly fine introduction. I liked it. I was into it.
Yeah, I feel like we'll see her more later. But, this movie is like, we need you as like a plot device right now. We're going to develop your character a little bit, but we're really here for Doctor Strange and Wanda to get their shit off. Like, so help us out. Appreciate it. You need a little
Doctor Strange was playing point guard, bro. He was like, okay, you got a 2-minute scene. Now you got a 3-minute scene. He was just playing point guard. And I like his character better as that. I don't want him to be like spitting Tony type bars at people. I kind of just want him to pass the rock, score 15 points, give me 8 assists. Like, that's what I wanted from him.
Doctor Strange, the babysitter, is so much better than like Doctor Strange, the actual like adult person. Like, I don't need that shit. Like, you kind of suck. You're an asshole, low key. Like,
and you lost your girl, and you're sad about that.
You lost your girl.
Just be a good babysitter.
You lost your girl to a 6'9" Nigerian.
We got to come back. We got to come back to him losing his girl. that Nigerian.
Rachel
Well,
McAdams likes
bro.
black men, apparently. I didn't know that. Rachel
Bro,
McAdams
we got to
likes
come back
black
to
men
that.
like
But yeah, I like him, having a little kid to kind of shepherd through this like situation and being like, you know what? I'm a wizard. I'm badass. I'm gonna show you the way, child. He did it with Tom Holland. He did it with Gomez in this movie. Just keep giving him new kids to chaperone through magic.
Well, and I heard this as well too, and it kind of is interesting. And Rascal, you can back me up if this is incorrect, but the original character of Tony Stark that they put in the MCU, they took a lot from the Doctor Strange comics, because while Tony Stark he didn't have all the quippy lines and fast dialogue, but Doctor Strange did, is what I've heard. And so they kind of kneecapped themselves by having two of these characters. Now it's like, okay, so now what does Doctor Strange do? If you already had
the new Tony.
Yeah, and so now you got to have him try to be that, but we've already had that guy, and just no offense to Benedict Cumberbatch, like he's a really good actor, but he's not good at doing the thing that Robert Downey Jr. is now known for.
That's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair.
So,
yeah, but Robert Downey Jr. also is better with kids.
Hey, hold on. Wait. No.
I mean, pause.
No.
But like,
no, hold on.
Pause. But like, I mean, his scene with his daughter in Endgame was like one of the most iconic parts of Endgame.
True.
Him popping back
Hey,
up.
bro,
with,
but just looking into his past, that was a wild comment to make.
yeah.
But him, being Peter Parker's new daddy was also dope. You know what I'm saying? Like same thing.
Yeah, and like he does have to play a lot of point guard in this movie, and it is sort of like you were saying, Tej. Now we go here. All right, now. Mm-hmm. What about this He really is a lot of exposition for this movie, which is weird because it's his movie. But yeah, it is interesting. And then somebody called this film I think it was Chris Ryan from The Ringer, called this film just an incredible genre film, which they said that it's fine if they wanted to start doing that with these movies. If you just started making them individual genre films of like, oh, this one's a horror now, this one's a comedy.
Yeah, they kind of been.
They've basically been doing that though, because I mean, Winter Soldier's a spy thriller.
Mm-hmm.
Ant-Man is a comedy. I mean,
Shang-Chi is an old school kung fu flick.
Yeah,
at least for 2 acts that are good. That's what
and so when you start looking at these movies like that, I think that does sort of take away some of the what I was complaining about, the scale of it, where we need everything now post Endgame to feel like it's the next biggest thing ever. So yeah, I guess when you kind of start looking at it that way, like they're more contained stories, and that's fine, kind of like a single comic book run or something like that. So yeah, I kind of got to get my head back into that game plan there. But he also described it as just one long chase scene, this entire movie, which is actually pretty accurate.
Yeah, I mean that's how slashers are, right?
It's a great way to propel the action, and yeah, it's like that's what the quintessential scary movie is. All right, this is like you're trying to run away from the monsters.
Yeah, and the monster in this movie was Wanda, and she killed it. That shit was crazy.
I loved her heel turn. I mean, I've heard people, and we talked about, she's like the crazy woman or whatever, and why they made her a beloved character in WandaVision, why they throw it all away in this movie. It's like, nah, bro. Like, this is how you do a heel turn. She, like, you can understand where she's coming from a little bit, and she takes it too far. Like, that's exactly what I want. That's exactly what I want.
She takes it too far.
She takes it too far. Thanos, you get where he's coming from, and then he took it too far. Like, I don't like the Joker movie, but Joker, you get where he's coming from, and then he takes it too far. Like, this is what you do. This is how you make a good villain.
Rascal, maybe you can explain this to me. And they tried to talk about it in the movie just a second, but there is a part where, well, she just literally materialized these kids in Westview, but they actually exist in another universe for real. Like, that was a part where it kind of like, all right, we're getting a little weird. Like, I don't know how this works.
She also materialized them in Westview in that other universe. Like, it's still the same.
Yeah, I guess because the kids essentially are from the House of Imran, where she loses her kids and she obliterates pretty much every mutant that ever existed. It's you got to read that. But I mean, and that's where I thought they were gonna go with it. Me in my head, because those kids came into the picture, I thought they were finally gonna just go ahead and use Wanda like a backwards House of M to bring the mutants in, which they didn't. Fuck you, Kevin Feige. But I mean, that's where they came from, and I guess whenever she manifested them in the other universes, they didn't have a Agatha Harkness to come and kidnap them, and Mephisto doesn't exist yet. So you don't have those characters that are in the House of M that have, that use Wanda as like a catalyst to basically make that happen in the MCU yet. And now at the end of the movie, whenever she kills herself, I'm just,
as I always said, she
spitballing
ain't
here.
dead.
Yeah, I don't think she's dead. And if she is dead,
She's dead.
she
Bro.
went to bro. Listen,
No, she isn't.
She's dead.
she went to hell.
She has
and
like a 7
Oh, she went to hell and hanging out with Mephisto. Now I'm down for that. Let me see that.
Mephisto's gonna be the reason that she comes back. I don't think they're gonna get like Chris Evans and Robert Downey Jr. are two guys who we'll probably never see again in the MCU. But I think there's other characters in the MCU that we haven't seen come back yet that we will see. Like Thor is not gonna go anywhere just yet, depending on how Love and Thunder goes. So there's just a lot of shit to do there. So I get where people are coming from with the I don't see what direction they're going, but they've literally told you that they're doing Secret Wars and that they've introduced you to a variant of Kang the Conqueror. So it's out there. Everything that they're gonna do is there laid out in front of you. It's just how we get there that's gonna be very confusing.
Yeah, like I see the road. I'm just like the map is confusing to me.
Yeah.
Like I don't have the waypoint right. But
there was one mutant in this movie. We can't forget about the one mutant that is actually in this movie though.
Well, yeah, and we'll talk about that whole scene, and I think that'll be a good just
Wanda
whole
put up
thing.
LeBron James numbers in Miami.
Somebody said that like she's not dead, she's just trapped, and that they'll use her like a Magneto, where it's like, oh, he's bad, but we like need him for something, and so they'll go and get her. And
I like that.
And it was also like, what?
She's dead.
No, she's not dead.
She's dead, bro.
She's not dead, bro.
She's dead, bro.
You gotta bring in the devil at some point.
I think that no one is dead, you are always absolutely 100% they're dead.
Look,
it's like you never have been watching all these movies. These people aren't. These characters don't die.
No one's ever dead.
Yeah, they don't die. Even fucking Zemo's still alive. Zemo's still kicking.
Yeah, because we literally saw T'Challa decide not to kill him. Like T'Challa was just like, "Nah, I'm good." Like,
and they opened up a million universes where it's like there's Thanos in other universes and stuff. Thanos ain't dead.
That's what I'm saying. Our Wanda, she dead, bro. Like, not coming back.
I don't think so.
Like,
did y'all watch What If?
Yes,
I watched 2 episodes of What If.
What the hell, Dex?
Roy didn't watch anything because he watched less than 2 episodes.
I watched 3.
I watched all of them. Well, y'all might not have. Well, I think Dex watched the first one, so you know that like Peggy Carter, Agent Carter is in What If, so that's the first time that we've seen her on the screen, like on the movie screen. She
My
is
queen
from
Haley
What If.
Atwell deserves so much better.
Bro, that shit. I
No,
mean,
she
like you like saying What If was canon, and then like because I guess like where Haley Atwell's character is in the What If episode, there's mutants in you. Like that shit. I don't know, man. I liked What If because they actually gave us Ultron, but like I don't know. It's
But
just
look,
weird.
going back to Wanda being dead or not, our Wanda, Earth 616 Wanda, whatever it is, she did. Like they
Absolutely
hung
not
on,
dead.
they hung on that shot of her underneath the rocks for so
Trapped.
fucking long. No,
Yeah,
it's like,
You know what?
yeah,
T?
there's a little
Let's-
red
we're
explosion
making
of
a bet.
magic. She's trapped now.
When
No.
she
Nobody
is
actually
in,
thinks she's alive.
when
There's-
she
there's
is
no
in,
way
you're
she's
trolling.
dead.
Because when she is in another movie in like 2 months, you'll be like, "Oh, I was just kidding."
Nah, our Wanda is dead, bro.
Bro,
Like,
somebody check the
dark-
FanDuel
the
odds to see if she's
the
dead or
Darkhold
not.
is just
No, she's definitely
disappearing
not
now. The Darkhold got tricked. It's like out of every universe now because she's trapped. The Darkhold just doesn't know what's up. The Darkhold's like, oh, I mean, I'm good. Wanda's trapped now. I can go away. I'll just disappear from every
Mephisto.
fucking universe. No, she's dead. She's gone. They
No,
might bring her. They
Mephisto-
might bring Elizabeth Olsen back for like cameos in a couple years,
Or
like from
variant.
another universe or something like that.
Bro, whenever Mephisto
but
comes back,
dead.
brings back the Darkhold and starts putting up some numbers with Wanda, I told you.
I think she literally has signed like a 7-picture deal.
Dead.
She's not dead. There's 0% chance she's dead.
Dead.
But we have to talk about the Illuminati, guys. We can't not talk about that.
Okay,
That's very
so
important.
the biggest thing in this movie is the Illuminati, which is weird that, first of all, that's its name. Second of all,
Incredible name.
that they spoiled it in the trailer. They say the Illuminati in the trailer.
Yeah, but
Yeah, but you didn't know who all was in the Illuminati.
You knew Patrick Stewart was in it immediately.
Well, that's true, but you didn't know about
well,
everybody
you can't
else.
have the Illuminati without Professor X, bro. That's like, damn, I'm trying to think of something. That's like having the fucking Justice League without Batman.
Which would also be fun.
Batman doesn't belong in the Justice League, though.
You
because-
be quiet. We're not doing this right now.
Your tweet about him having to take PTO to go fight crime.
I
is the
don't
funniest thing ever.
understand. I don't understand why we fighting aliens and we bringing Batman with us. That's
So-
like
I
starting
don't even
BJ
like that.
Armstrong. If
Hey,
BJ
man.
Armstrong started for Team USA, you'd be like, "Wait, why is BJ Armstrong?"
Yeah,
the
why
third
is
point
BJ
guard?
Armstrong?
It
You
wouldn't make
making
any
me
sense.
defend Batman. I hate Batman.
Fucking Marcus Smart is on Team USA. You're like, damn, all right.
Shit.
Defensive player of the year, I guess.
Marcus-
Scrappy, gritty. I like it. All right.
Old ass Al Horford's out there. All right.
So the Illuminati is here.
No,
Of course, we knew
Yeah.
Professor X was going to be a part of it, but you also got introduced to Black
Peggy
Bolt,
Carter.
Peggy
Yeah.
Carter.
Who was Black Bolt? Who was in that bad Inhuman show that they tried
Hey
to do
man,
on
we
ABC?
Yes.
we don't speak on that. That
Not
never
yet.
happened.
Doesn't
It never
matter.
existed. It, you know what I'm
I think
saying?
it has
Not-
like
Well,
Like
now
a
the Inhumans
four-
is canon. We just saw Black Bolt. That's canon now.
Nah,
it has like a
universe.
4.9 on IMDb. People hated that
Didn't
show.
they do
Bro,
like
that shit-
3 episodes and everyone was like, nah, we good.
12, I think.
Nah,
they
we
did,
good,
they did
bro.
a season of it.
Black
So
Bolt
yeah,
is back.
they saw that. Peggy Carter is there, which I think got a pretty good
Big pop
serve
from us and our
from-
audience. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Haley
And
Atwell.
then,
She's here.
and then they had Monica
Maria
Rambeau.
Oh yeah,
Maria
Monica.
Rambeau.
It's
it
Monica.
Ma-
No, it's
It's-
Maria.
no,
I'm
it's
tripping.
Maria.
It's her mom.
Yeah, it's Maria.
Her mom,
Maria
yes.
Rambeau as Captain Marvel in this universe. And then the big one, John Krasinski, Jim from The Office, comes out as Mr. Fantastic Reed Richards.
Elite
The
casting.
biggest
And-
fan casting
and we
fuck
did
you
that.
from Kevin Feige I've ever seen in my entire life.
We did
Bro, that was the biggest troll.
Yeah.
It was amazing. But also he'll be back. So
Bro, he
Oh, yeah, he's
has
not
to be.
dead. Okay.
he
has
a
to-
different universe.
It's a different universe. The reason why I know a lot of people don't like this scene. The reason why the scene works, in my opinion, is because we are in another universe. So you're showing the fans these are the actors and actresses that will be playing these characters, except for Captain Marvel, obviously, playing these characters in your universe. But because these guys are disposable, we don't care about this other universe. We could just use them to it's like a Vince McMahon when he lets Triple H pin a WCW guy. Everybody knows, oh shit, Triple H just pinned Hulk Hogan. That's a big deal. We let Wanda put up 95 points against them, running the full court press. She's still getting buckets. So now we see, oh shit, Wanda is that bitch. She is not to be trifled with. They thought they was gonna cook Wanda. Wanda went crazy on everybody. The whole Illuminati is dead.
Bro,
Wanda
that
killed
shit
everybody.
was so
She killed all of them.
like, we're not worried about the Scarlet Witch. We're worried about Doctor Strange. Bro, if that's what the Scarlet Witch is doing to you, I don't know what the fuck Doctor Strange was out here doing to y'all, bro.
I ain't never
like,
seen Doctor Strange catch nobody.
Like Doctor Strange must have been cooking the fuck out of y'all because holy shit. Like,
didn't Doctor Strange say something like, or you should be, or something like that?
Yeah, he was like, maybe y'all don't understand, but they have to know what her powers are because they have a Scarlet Witch in their, or they have, I guess they have a Wanda in their universe, but they don't have a Scarlet Witch in their universe, so they don't know that this bitch crazy. The Wanda you know is not the Wanda that's coming to see you.
I guess like because Doctor Strange had the Darkhold in their universe, it's different.
Exactly.
And then like Wanda got like, so I guess whoever has the Darkhold is just that motherfucker. Like
we haven't talked about dream hopping, which she does to a Wanda in this. It kind of gets convoluted, but you understand it pretty easily. The dream hopping. So basically what Disney is doing is promoting a remote work program. So a work from home. She fought those dudes over Zoom and bodied them. It's crazy.
The Imagineers or whoever working on remote work.
Remote work. That's what
I was like, hey.
My mouth was literally on the floor when she started killing superheroes because she killed the little Ultron sentries. I was like, okay, cool. She got them out of here pretty easily. But when she started literally murdering superheroes in cold blood, I could not believe it.
I thought they were just going to like knock her back to her universe or something like that to show how powerful they were or whatever. Nah, dog. Nah.
Which let's rewind a minute because they make her like this slasher character, like we were talking about. Sam Raimi does the slasher thing where she's basically like she's just a Michael Myers. She's just walking to wherever she goes, and then she kills all the Ultrons. And Tej, you said it was blood. I thought it was like motor oil from the Ultrons. So she has like blood-ish motor just coming down her face, and like she looks like something out of Carrie or something like that. And then she comes in. And the kills are some of the most brutal kills I've ever seen. One, in a PG-13 movie. In two, for sure in a Marvel movie.
Yeah, MCU don't be doing that, dog. Like
the men couldn't even touch her. Only the women even had a chance. Yeah, she got the men out of here immediately.
Literally, I don't think a man ever like laid a hand on Wanda at any point.
One dude didn't even say a word to her.
Hey, chill on my boy Black Bolt, man.
That was insane. I think people gasped in the theater. We were like, what?
It was gnarly. It was a very gnarly way to go.
That shit's funny because like people dead ass don't understand that Black Bolt, like if he talks, he's gonna like blow down an entire city. So like that shit was funny because people were dead ass like, oh my god.
Yeah,
but it's like bro,
watching that dude's head explode out the back, it was like,
isn't Reed Richards a genius though? Why did he go, hey Wanda, he could kill you with one word? Like maybe we shouldn't be giving away our game plan to the ops. That didn't go so well.
I know we like the fan casting of John Krasinski. He felt weird in this role. Like he came in last minute. Like some of his line delivery to me was kind of like, I don't know if he knows what movie he's in yet. Like it just felt stiff. It felt stiff to me. I felt
gotta get it right, but when it's his time to shine.
I would have went fucking bananas if we got Iron Man Tom Cruise like was rumored.
I would have went fucking nuts.
I would have
ran out of the movie too. I would have went crazy.
I don't know if this is accurate or not, but the writer, what's his face, said that
Michael Waldron.
Michael Waldron said like asked Feige. He said, "Can we get Cruise?" So he wanted to write him in. How much of that?
They get Tom Cruise in the MCU. The MCU is goated, and we can no longer criticize it.
Bro, I would have lost my fucking mind, like watching Wanda, like fucking just
he definitely
this man from the inside out.
He's like, wait, we don't have an actual Iron Man suit.
I thought I was going to be flying a suit.
No, he's going to say, wait, just give me the real suit and let me really jetpack my way through the city. I'll just do it. I got it, guys.
Yeah, it's fine. I got a license for it already.
Whatever licenses you need. Any universe, I got them. But yeah, so
he turns John Krasinski into string cheese, which is baffling.
And then explodes his head after that, which was like, it was like, bro, you have to go that extra mile. Like, he's already string cheese, he's cooked, and then she just like pops his head open. Like,
Wanda was wearing mom clothes. Wanda wore mom clothes and put up 95 points on the Inhumans.
Beat the fuck out of those dudes.
That's crazy. She's wearing mom
I ain't grabbed no shoes and nothing, Jesus. I ran for my life.
Some motherfucking capris and a blouse. She went to that bitch some Saturday casual office work shit. Went to work, bro.
I also really loved when like Warren said, there's this dream walking sequence, and so our Wanda is inhabiting another Wanda in this other universe that we're in, which happens to have the Illuminati there. And when there's like a point where the spell is broken, and they show, they're showing new universe Wanda and our Wanda, and they both fall down, and you kind of see the Raimi's kind of going back and forth, showing you our Wanda and the Wanda that was just possessed but now is free of the possession. And the way they did that was so cool, and I was like, I wanted more of that. I wanted more of the interplay between the universes, as opposed to, we're in this universe, we have one set piece here, but then we're going to be in another universe. And when you really start to get into that everything, everywhere, all at once kind of ness, where you see how when Wanda falls out of the possession of the other Wanda, you see them both reacting. They're both getting up. They're both brushing themselves off. They're both processing what just happened. That, to me, was the height of the Raiminess of the movie, other than when he's creating a slasher film, because that was when I was like, I really feel the multiversitude of this movie, as opposed to just being in one universe and we're stuck here for 10 minutes, then we're in another universe, we're stuck here for 20 minutes. I liked that interplay, and I hope that going forward we get more of the traveling between universes in the way that they depicted it, and more of what the effect is on person A and person B in the different universes. I thought that was pretty dope, and I wanted more of that.
You kind of always knew where you were, you know what I mean? It wasn't ever which, good or bad, like you can take that or leave it, but like you really kind of were always oriented in the space most of the time. Now you had to go through a couple of layers sometimes to be like, all right, wait, which one are we in and how do we get back? But yeah, the crossover thing was only something they played with a couple of times, the bleeding into each other.
I think you kind of have to do that with an MCU like movie, though. Like, this is for everybody. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You can't make it like to the point
very niche. Yeah.
I have no idea what's happening. Like, everything everywhere all at once. You can do whatever you want. Like 87 people are going to see this movie.
That's true.
But Doctor Strange.
Yeah, we're playing with a different set of rules here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So my complaints feel a little weird sometimes, but because this is for the most general audience, they want to make the most money possible, maximize profits, and still make a good movie, and they normally have done that.
Did the Russo brothers screw them over by having their movie come out first? Because there's so much cool shit.
Nah, bro, we running it up. We're running it up. We're going to the market first, and everybody gonna be like, y'all shit trash.
The Russo brothers did them no favors by putting out that film.
Yeah, you think they'd be contractually obligated somewhere by Disney to be like, hey,
like push this shit back, bro.
We'll come to your house, bro.
It's crazy because people aren't even really doing the Into the Spider-Verse comparison. People are just like, nah, real cinema. You got to go see fucking Everything Everywhere All at Once. Fuck every other multiverse movie. Get that shit out of here. Everything Everywhere All at Once for the real ones. Like, bruh.
Yeah. And then so I don't know where I was going. So she has also, real quick, that she has the fight with the women, which, no offense to, this scene doesn't bother me that much, but in the in-game scene where we've got our back thing, how do we get all these women together on screen? Just do the thing that they did in the Multiverse of Madness where you kill everybody else and you just have those two left to fight. You know what I mean?
So
you don't have to do like a team up.
They said no.
She did Peggy so dirty. My God.
I don't know how Peggy landed a shot on Wanda. I'm sorry. I don't buy it. She landed a couple shots. She did go out bad, but she landed a couple shots. Like, she went out good. She got a little one-liner. She got to say, I can do this all day. Then she got cut in half. But I don't know how she.
Which
got
I
any
want.
shots.
I want more of that. I hope.
Of her getting cut in half, or
yes. I want more of Peggy Carter, Captain Britain. Like I need that.
Bring back Haley Atwell.
Well, you
keep it
need
running.
to watch What If season 2 because she's going to be back on What If season 2. She's going to be back.
Yeah, like give me.
Well, hold on. So that wasn't the one from.
cinema.
So that wasn't the one from Universe 818. Hey, that was definitely cinema because I got Ultron. All right, you relax.
Twitter, I'm kidding. I believe in and love animation. No slander. Animation is real art. Thank you. I was
she's in the show. Go watch the show.
I'm good. I need real life things.
I need Haley Atwell like
on my screen. What are we talking about?
She voices the character in the cartoon.
I need her face.
Whoa!
Rascal, what do you think about the scene with Professor X? That sort of dream inhabiting scene, which was the scariest thing to me in the movie, I think.
It's very scary.
Yeah. And I could see it coming from a mile away, but
shout out to my dog Patrick Stewart. They ain't have to do you like that, you know what I'm saying? You've been Picard, you've been a real nigga, you held us down in Logan. I know you didn't even want to come back. I greatly appreciate you. I love you, dog. James McAvoy, I'm looking at you kind of funny, but anyways. No, I mean that shit was dope. Like they first of all, the X-Men theme song, that shit went crazy.
Yeah,
that was so dope, man.
That shit went crazy.
So dope.
That's all everybody ever talks about on Twitter because none of y'all niggas really watch the damn cartoon. Fuck you, you bitch. But no, yeah, first that the theme song was fire, and then he even came out with the wheelchair was from the cartoon. Like he was literally Professor X out of the cartoon. So that got me like super excited. He even went inside her mind and tried to free the other Wanda. Like the whole sequence was fucking crazy. That's all I wanted. Yeah, I mean like that's all I wanted in this movie, to be honest.
When that red mist popped up, I was like, oh,
bro, as long as they nailed as long as they nailed Professor X, I was good. That's my guy. Like that's my guy. So I was super excited. I was happy that they did that. And I have a theory. I have an article, fullcirclecinema.com. Y'all go read that. You know what I'm saying? It's about where the X-Men and the Fantastic Four possibly could be at in Earth 616. So I'm just saying.
I'm gonna have to go read this.
So yeah, if you don't we've talked about it, but Professor X inhabits her mind. He tries to get her out of an even deeper hole, which is like literally like her buried in rubble, which I think is like
rubble from WandaVision.
Her house,
yeah.
And so, but then she sneaks up, and then like the Sam Raimi thing where she literally looks like a witch. Like you saw that coming from a mile away, but like it really was.
It was so great.
Like that'll scare a lot of kids.
Fire.
That shit was crazy.
Her mind control shit in this movie was dope to me. Like at the Carmitage scene in the beginning where she was just like, "Run, bitch!" I was like, "Yes, fucking love."
That was really great when she was zooming around. That's the problem I had when she was zooming around, firing like pew pew at people. That didn't look that great until she did the shot behind, which felt like a really Sam Raimi thing, and then she just fades away. That was terrifying. And then the body horror too, going all the way back when she comes out of the mirror, like and twists herself.
Oh my god!
Like that. That
her
was
popping out of those reflections was so fucking cool.
Oh,
so
real quick, can we go all the way back and talk about the woman that sacrifices herself for no reason?
Well, she did have reason. She destroyed the Darkhold.
She destroyed the Darkhold, but she went out so sad, man. That stinks.
Bruh, like her being like extra crispy, you can still see she's crying under there. I was like, damn.
Extra crispy.
Damn.
But yeah, just to be like, no, Wong, not you. Like, why not? Like,
because he would have been out here crispy. He the Sorcerer Supreme.
Bro, he was the Sorcerer Supreme. He can't go out like that.
He got worked. Doesn't matter.
I mean, you know they're not gonna just let a black woman be the Sorcerer Supreme and like that be cool. Like
we talking about
what happened to Wong? I don't know. but I'm here. So.
Hey, I'm it. He told me to be it. All right, so let's jump all the way back now or forward now to sort of the ending where we get Marvel Zombies. Look, I watched some of that. I actually watched some of it. Yes, I did. I watched 4 episodes.
He's a liar.
Oh, you watched more episodes than Dex. Dex is the low man.
Hey,
oh, whoa!
Y'all were getting on me.
I own my 2 episodes. I hung in there. They brought my boy Chadwick back for a little bit, and I was like, this is it for me. I'm good.
I watched the episode that you needed to watch for this movie. Definitely the one where Mega Ultra Strange or whatever is trapped in that universe.
Bozo.
And then
we got to talk about the music fight scene, bro.
Yeah.
I was all
that's
in.
true.
I was all in for that shit.
That was
what
the
did y'all
coolest
think?
shit ever.
Okay, yeah.
It was so dope. It was so fucking dope.
I didn't know where it was. I didn't know what was like why this was the choice, but I was like, you know what? Why not? I guess
that's why I loved it because
they let Raimi cook. That's why it was a choice. This shit was great.
Like, yeah, we don't have like the MCU doesn't just do like random shit like that. Like there are a lot of great fight scenes in the MCU. Don't get me wrong, but it's like there's not really any that are like that, like just fucking weird and creative. I really like that they let Sam Raimi do some shit like that.
Yeah,
like,
they gotta bring my man's back.
Fuck it, I'm gonna pull some music notes out of the goddamn air, like off these random pages. We're gonna play some classical music because we ain't gotta pay for copyrights because shit is all 200 years old. And we gonna go to work. Let's go. And I'm gonna kill this bitch with a harp.
What are they in there playing the baby? Like what are they? It's like...
Black skinhead.
That was a super dope scene. That was probably one of the best fight scenes in MCU history, just because it was so creative. It was so different than anything we had seen. I really enjoyed it.
We've gotten a couple bangers here late because like the Shang-Chi scene where they're like on the high rise, like fighting on the
big fire,
the scaffolding and shit.
Oh yeah,
fucking incredible. Some of the
best
stuff we've ever gotten in.
The bus scene was incredible.
The first time you get the angel dancing thing or the little water dancing thing in Shang-Chi, phenomenal entertainment.
Yeah, they stepped it up with the fight choreo.
Yeah, I was really intrigued. I was just I was in awe watching it. I was like, I haven't seen this before ever in anything.
Yeah, ever. So, I can't think of anything like it.
Yeah. The funniest thing to me though, and I don't know if it was even really great special effects or didn't even really have to be, but the thing where she lights the thing on fire and blows the demon spirits away.
Oh yeah.
All right. Like, okay, sure.
Oh, while we're talking about Rachel McAdams, we got to go back to the beginning and talk about her husband.
Her black husband?
Her black husband.
Her 6'9" Nigerian husband.
This man rented out this whole fucking hotel, this fancy ass hotel for his wedding. Obviously, Rachel McAdams is rich because she gave Doctor Strange like a $23,000 watch.
Unbelievable.
Gift.
Yo, they balling for real.
So yeah, these people got hella money, right? And then this man is marrying this white woman. He clearly has no black friends at this wedding. It's like all family members, all the black people who are at this wedding. There's nobody his age. It's all family members and all of her white friends. But this man didn't touch a comb for his wedding day. He ain't go see a barber. Like nothing. Like watching it the second time, I was like, bro, this man didn't get an edge up for his wedding. This man out here looking like Steph Curry, bro. What are you doing?
He's in this movie for 3 seconds. He has one line.
That wasn't the worst. The worst haircut in this movie is Mordor. Why the fuck does his head look like that? You are the Sorcerer Supreme. Your hair looks crazy. You literally know magic. You can magically line your shit up, bro. You can quite literally line your shit up with magic. He was looking insane. Why did that black man walk in the movie set and let them do his hair like that? I was very disappointed. When he walked up, when he was outside the little place and Doctor Strange walked up, I was like, that black man's hair doesn't look like that. I must be seeing things.
Like,
No, that was his hair. That's insane. That's an insane decision. That black man is too powerful. He makes good movies. Don't let them. Please, next time, speak up when they try to put that hair.
Stop letting them do y'all like this.
Please, bros. Please. Y'all represent all of us, bros.
Stand up.
Together.
Stand up.
Stand up.
My girl who played Captain Marvel, she had her shit together. Why y'all can't be like her?
I couldn't believe that black man's edge up was that bad. That man was getting married. His edge up was trash, and he was a Doctor Strange fan, which is crazy because this is like the dude.
He was like, "Oh, that's awesome."
He's literally a wizard, and he's literally like fighting superheroes at your wedding. Like that's your ops, bro. You don't want to shake hands with Doctor Strange.
If you're Rachel McAdams, do you tell your like fiance, husband, like, yeah, I used to date Doctor Strange? Like, do you say that? Does that come up?
Everybody knows it already.
He's not. Doctor Strange isn't. Doesn't have a secret identity.
I know, but like, would he know that they dated? Like, did they date publicly?
She probably told him whenever they.
I would imagine you gotta disclose that.
Whenever he poofed away for a little bit, she was probably like, "So."
Nah, bro, don't tell me. Just don't tell me.
No, don't let me find out.
I'm on my mark.
Don't let me find out through the streets you dated a nigga that's magic.
Nah, bro, I'm on my Mario Winans. I don't want to know.
You fucking an Avenger? Bruh. That's like fucking a rapper. Come on, bro.
You was out here getting magical time stone dick? Nah, bro. I don't want to know that. Like, I'm good.
If my girl is fucking a literal god in Thor, who is quite literally a god, I would like to know. Because if I'm following up a god, like I really gotta be giving you my A game.
Nah,
because
you
fucking
god, bro. Man's had her in the temple doing some motherfucking 50 Shades of Grey shit, bro.
Wait, is Mjolnir used anywhere? I don't want to know. Actually, no, I don't know.
He turned the bitch into a hammer whenever in Ragnarok, so only God knows, bro.
Hey, Odin did say he's not Thor, god of hammers. You know what I'm saying? So,
yeah, but also in that scene, Strange comes up and is like, "Oh, it should have been me. This is a wedding."
Yeah, that's your ops.
That's nasty.
Meet him, and he dirty macking you at your wedding. You happy? Like, what if she's not happy? She's with me, bro. Like, let us be unhappy together. Get out of our business. What the fuck is your problem, Doctor Strange?
Really, really nasty by Stephen Strange to be like
real nasty,
disgusting.
But that's Dirty Mac Hall of Fame.
Plus, like
at her wedding,
he probably showed up in that watch
by magic.
He's Jesus. We didn't talk about that.
Created wine that's probably better than the wine I bought for the wedding. You gonna give her the finest fucking wine by magic and then pull up on her at my wedding that I paid for and ask her if she happy? How dare you?
Yeah,
that's Dirty Mac.
Why didn't you volunteer this when we was planning the wedding and shit, bro? We could have saved some money.
We could have saved a lot of money
if you just out here just making wine. Like, if that's what we doing, we gonna be here.
We didn't talk about how they literally just made a Jesus joke in this, where he's just like
on the nose.
He's like, God doesn't exist. Like, I can do this.
It's weird because now in the MCU, like, God doesn't exist, but like 87 million gods exist, and also the Eternals exist, who created all the gods. I guess I don't know. It's weird.
And Gore the God Butcher is gonna kill gods in Thor, which I can't fucking wait for. Oh, I can't
wait. Hey, we're not gonna talk about that because if I don't get Beta Ray Bill, I might see Kevin Feige might have to see me in person if I don't get my Corbinite, bro.
You gonna pull up at his house like Kavanaugh?
Like Kavanaugh.
I'm gonna be outside his crib. Kevin Feige is unfair. SpongeBob type shit.
So the ending scene, he defeats his other ego or whatever. He takes the Darkhold. He somehow, all it took was a pep talk from Rachel McAdams to be like, "You're better than hell." And there he was like, "Oh yeah, I forgot."
Their spirits, use them. Like, how would she know that he can use those spirits in that way?
Yeah.
But the evil spirit cape was fucking fire. So I'm like, okay, I'm good.
You gotta remember she's from another universe. Her and the other Doctor Strange were kind of close.
They be knowing
so
shit.
I guess.
In her universe.
Yeah, them motherfuckers they had all the smart motherfuckers in her universe and shit.
They the alphas, and everything.
They got Reed Richards over there.
They wasn't smart enough to shit stop Wanda when she came through the doors.
Smoke
Hey.
And then so he basically gets Wanda to be like, "Oh, actually, I was wrong for this. My bad," and like kills herself. So that's
America does that. Because let's give America her props.
Yeah, because America
she's punching a little bit.
Gave her the pause, low key.
Low key, put some hands on her a little bit because you know what I'm saying. And then she said, "Okay, well I can't beat you, but I'm gonna show how much of a dick you are to your kids." When the kids are like, "Oh my god, I'm scared." And
I did think that was kind of funny where they were like, this sucks. Like I don't like this one.
You're not my real mom.
Yeah, but I did think that jump to be like, it happens in every superhero movie, but to be like, now I can definitely use my powers at will, and I haven't been able to do this the entire movie.
The power of self-belief.
The power of friendship makes me be able to use these powers that I haven't had a hold on this entire time. But it kind of wraps a neat little bow on that.
This is a very dumb, very tangential point. But can we talk about old girl Maria Rambeau being fake Captain Marvel and fake 007? What a lick. Like, what a run for her.
True. Very true.
Get the bag.
Get them checks. Get them checks, man. Get them checks.
Yeah.
Yeah. Shout out.
Yeah,
we spent like an hour and 20 minutes basically not talking about Doctor Strange at all, this Doctor Strange movie, because fuck him. Like, I mean, you cool. We appreciate you saving the day with the zombie and shit, but like,
well, at the end of the day, like we said, and this is kind of not a complaint, but like an observation. It's not really a Doctor Strange movie. The main driving force in this movie is Wanda trying to do her thing, and you spend a lot of time with her by herself.
Yeah.
Most of it is driven through, like we said, Strange playing point guard to lead us down where we need to go. But like a lot of it.
Wanda's plan for her other universal self? Was she just gonna pop up and kill? Like after the dream walking, once she accomplished her goal, once she got America, took her powers, what was she gonna do with her other self? Because Wanda, even if she's not the Scarlet Witch, still not gonna go out like she's still extremely powerful. How are you just gonna get her out of here? How are you gonna go kill Wanda? Was that what her plan was? I didn't understand that part of the movie.
She's gonna kill another Wanda, or they're gonna fight to the death.
Yeah, but how are you gonna kill another Wanda? That bitch is strong as hell.
I would have fucked with the Wanda on Wanda violence, low key. Like,
I kind of wanted to see the Wanda.
Surprised we didn't get it.
They made other universe Wanda go out sad. She was getting possessed and getting beat up. I was like, and she's screaming and bleeding. I'm like, if you don't get them, you have superpowers. Do something, bro.
Stand up.
Stand up. Stand up. You
but yeah, I mean,
shoot some shit at her. Shoot some shit at her.
Maybe she just like takes over like her mind, like, or just has all the minds, like Jobu Tabaki or whatever. Like, I'm just me, just all the fucking time.
Yeah, I am the everything bagel.
Because yeah, I mean, if she was taking over America Chavez's powers, like America Chavez is just the one of her. Like, she doesn't exist in all the other universes.
Why is it that she doesn't exist in the other universes?
Because she can jump through the multiverse. Yeah. Because she can travel through like she can just hop to wherever the hell she wants to hop to. That she's one of one.
That makes her fucking fire. I can't wait for Young Avengers. She's gonna be traveling everywhere.
She gonna be whooping her ass.
I can't wait. When she started punching, she got her own little sound effect when she was punching people. I was like, I like that. I'm into that. I'm into that. Let's do that.
Yeah, and like it's very corny and very campy and cheesy, but I love her little star effect that like pops up every time she made a portal. I was like, that's what I'm here for.
That actually looked really good too. Like I said, all of the multiverse hopping things in this movie look fantastic. They just, I needed more. I needed it. But yeah, I think it sets up interesting for the rest of the multiverse. Obviously, I don't know why he gets a third eye, and maybe Rascal, you
Dark Hold.
Because the dark hold got him.
The Dark Hold got him. That's why, so at the end,
but it doesn't seem to be bad.
Well, now he can use it. It makes him more powerful.
Remember what the OG Sorcerer Supreme in the first Doctor Strange movie? She had a connection with the dark dimension.
Mm-hmm.
So him having that connection with the Darkhold like that, like he already knows that he's basically the fucking Sorcerer Supreme. The only reason he's not is because he was away for 5 years. So Wong got the title. Like he's
in the Electoral College.
Yeah, he
got to be present to win. Sorry.
he got screwed. So but like that's why. And,
I mean, he didn't get screwed. He gave up the time stone, bro. Like,
Well,
you
yeah.
got dusted. That's all you.
It is. in hindsight, yeah. And so like that's why you end up getting, I guess, because the next Doctor Strange movie looks like it's going to be him and his side bitch. So I'm with it.
Which
we didn't even mention her.
Being Charlize Theron is here, folks.
Charlize Theron is in the MCU, guys.
So Charlize Theron or Rachel McAdams, bro. Like,
yeah. So she's in the comics is the niece of Thanos,
and she dates Doctor Strange.
So Rachel McAdams
keeping it in the family.
out of there.
I mean, Rachel McAdams, she shows up.
Yeah, we're not gonna see any more Rachel McAdams. Good luck with
6'9" Nigerian.
Yeah, she dating a UFC fighter or some shit.
I still can't believe that you looked that up. That's a $23,000 watch. That's fucking nuts.
And she just gave it to him as a gift. Like, get the fuck out of here.
And he fumbled that.
Yeah, and he broke it. You bitch.
He's in a wreck.
You're just carrying around a broken watch, bro. It's $24,000. We got 2-year warranties. Go get that.
Isn't Clea Dormammu's niece?
Is it? It's Dormammu's niece.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Sorry, you're right. Which Dormammu I've come to bargain.
That's why she opened the little portal. That's the opening back to the dark dimension backward.
Yeah.
But yeah, the MCU has gotten like some crazy actors on board as of late. Like Charlize Theron, that's an incredible get. Angelina Jolie, Salma Hayek, like
Nicole Kidman.
Yeah, Nicole Kidman. They've gotten some big people on board. Olivia Colman's coming through in Secret Wars, I think. Like,
excuse me, Olivia Colman's coming to the MCU.
Yeah.
$10,000.
Turn that shit up.
$10,000 says Olivia Colman has no idea what she's playing.
Olivia Colman going to be acting everybody under the rug, but she's going to be in a different movie. She's going to be in a completely different movie.
I'm pretty sure that Olivia Colman and Emilia Clarke are both like on that show. Poor Emilia Clarke.
Yeah, Emilia Clarke.
Emilia Clarke about to be in hell.
Poor Emilia Clarke. She about to get cooked.
I'll wrap this up by saying, because I don't have much more to talk about, but like, do we think that the fan casting of Krasinski sticks, or is it one of those things where it's like, I think he's definitely going to be back, but
yeah, I think he sticks.
I thought it might be one of those things where it's like a canary in the coal mine situation, where they're like, people don't like this. We can always pivot because he's dead, but like.
I think what they'll do, I mean, because Benedict Cumberbatch is Doctor Strange in every universe.
That's what I was saying, yeah.
So, like, John Krasinski is going to be Reed Richards in every universe.
Secret Wars is coming, so we're going to get the X-Men and Fantastic Four versus our more established Avengers-level heroes because we're going to do Secret Wars. It was clearly set up through this movie, which is going to be pretty dope.
So I think Krasinski, or however you pronounce his name, is going to be Reed Richards, because I honestly think he's going to direct the Fantastic Four movie now that John Watts has dropped out.
How dope is that? That would be amazing.
Well,
I think John that was Watts sort of the thing. Wasn't it that, like,
Krasinski he voiced that he wanted to do it.
Yeah, he wanted to do it, and then John Watts was like, nah, I don't want to even fight this or whatever. So he left. And, and also, like, not for nothing, like, I love the last Spider-Man movie, but they are, like, straightforward. He doesn't do anything nuts with any of them other than the choreography and stuff and making them fun. John Watts knows how to do that. So if he wants to go and direct others, it's like not the biggest loss in the world. He did a really good job for what he was given. But like, I would be interested to see what John Krasinski could do with a movie with that sort of budget and everything else.
Oh my God, I would fucking love that. And also, there's no such thing as a good Fantastic Four movie yet.
No, absolutely not.
So he has like basically like you can make the first good Fantastic Four movie, and people fucking love Fantastic Four. People are obsessed with them, and a good movie does not exist. So he could literally be the first one to ever make it.
I remember liking the first one. I saw it in theaters. Actively like realizing that movies could be bad when I watched the second one, and then never even gave the reboot the time of day because it got those.
Never once considered it.
Bro, be so happy. I went to the movies and I watched that shit. I almost asked for a refund.
People call that movie like the worst movie of all time.
It's up there. Josh Trank should like really him. And you know what's crazy? Michael Waldron wrote the fucking script.
Of course you did.
Wow.
Get him out of here. I'm sorry. Get him out of here.
So I mean, hey, you know,
Like,
what can you do?
I'm sure it's very hard to write a movie. I couldn't do it, but like, neither can you. Get him out of here.
I think Waldron was very good at like, and he built the world of Loki. Like, I think he's very good at like building worlds. But like, some of the just dialogue and stuff like is pretty.
The first two Loki films should have got him banned from the MCU, but that's not how it happened. But those films stink, and we just got him out of there right at that point.
No, he did the Loki television series.
Oh, I don't know. Oh, you said Loki. I'm thinking about Thor. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Anyway, that is all I got to talk about. Dex, Steege, Rascal. Anything else you want to talk about?
I mean, the MCU is finally, after our long journey through the Infinity Saga, it's about to turn the fuck up. So I hope everybody is ready. It's about to be real crazy. Kang the Conqueror is coming. So you can't have Kang and not have the Fantastic Four. So I hope y'all are ready for Ant-Man next year. They're giving it to us during Black History Month because Jonathan Majors is God. So let's go.
I'm very excited about that.
I'm hyped for everything.
We need more Paul Rudd.
I get people are like Marvel fatigued or whatever. Not me. I'm watching everything they put out except What If. Sorry.
Don't watch Moon Knight either, Dex.
Moon Knight might have been my breaking point, guys. Might have been my like. I might be out on these series until there's like one that everybody says.
One of the best actors in Hollywood was just sitting on that movie set doing the best he could to create the show, and that shit stinks.
Yeah, Moon Knight was my breaking point. But Rascal, what
Miss Marvel about to be a banger. I can feel it.
Okay.
I'm in.
If y'all didn't like Moon Knight, y'all aren't gonna like Miss Marvel. I'm just telling you.
Well, I'm out.
Hey, as long as we don't have Oscar Isaac's weird ass, meek ass British accent for Stephen Grant, it's gonna be infinitely better. I'm sorry. Fuck Stephen Grant. Trash ass nigga.
Dex is feisty on today's podcast. All right. Rascal, where can they find what you're working on? Where can they find what you've written, what you're reviewing, what you're doing?
Yes, I need to go read this article that you posted.
FullCircleCinema.com. Follow the homies. Follow Full Circle Cinema. You can follow me on Twitter as well at Rascal F Kennedy 1 because at Rascal F Kennedy got suspended because y'all are some snitch ass motherfuckers. Anyways,
that's incredible.
But Full Circle Cinema, please go follow Full Circle Cinema. There's so many reviewers. There's people. We have my boy Jacob who goes and finds every leak, Marvel related, anime related. If there's a leak, he's gonna find it and you're gonna know about it. So just please follow Full Circle Cinema, whether it's through WordPress or the internet, namely Twitter. And of course, like I said, me, Rascal F Kennedy 1. Thank you guys for having me. You know, anytime there's some comic book shit going on, you can holler at me and I'm there.
Well, yeah, you're one of our one people that we know that is like, I know the source material, and we're just like, I like explosions, but you actually know what you're talking about.
Yeah, we're just like, Zack Snyder sucks, and you're like, the comics.
Oh, man. So you can find us at One Take Pod on Twitter, One Take Pod on Instagram and TikTok. But do us a favor, go follow our YouTube account, One Take Podcast on YouTube, because that is where we're going to be posting episodes for now while we kind of get our feed straightened out. Hopefully you'll be listening to this on Apple and iTunes anyway. Be sure to download and subscribe on Apple, iTunes, and Spotify. Be sure to leave us a 5-star review. You can leave a 5-star review on Spotify as well now. We really appreciate that. Just go up, swipe right, 5 stars. Easiest thing in the world to do. And if you do that, we will love you forever.
And we'll beat the allegations.
We'll beat the allegations. Dex, what else are we doing?
Hashtag support Florence Pugh. The MC Pugh is here. Like, don't worry, darling. Coming. Go watch that shit, even though Harry Styles is in it. We must stop the Harry Styles agenda.
You lost,
Harry Styles
buddy.
also in the MCU, brother.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah, you have lost that battle, bro.
Whatever. Hashtag support Florence Pugh.
All right. We're out.
Good night.